strong that the hard times praised us. From base life groups to the freeway nights, we turned small rooms into launch pad flights. Yeah, this the vibe that raised us, made us, saved us. Love so strong that the hard times praised us. From base life groups to the freeway nights, we turned small rooms into launch pad flights. We begun surfing waves too low, made our own rules everywhere we go. Held tight to the truth that our parents declared. Anything is possible, the love stayed there. Now Rob's daughter ballin' on the end scene. Ole scene, Will's kids live dreams we never could have seen. This the vibe that raised us, made us, saved us. Love so strong that the hard times praised us. From base life roots to the freeway nights, we turned small rooms into launch pad flights.
Boy, I don't have the answer, but I know someone who does. I heard this all the time growing up, from my pop. All the time. He would constantly just tell me that same thing. And I thought it was a place where he was just wanting to get out of the answer. Or maybe he didn't have the answer and he just wanted to seem wise at the time. But what I realized at the later on in life is that he knew that he was going to spend more time with, or I was going to spend more time without him than I was going to spend with him. And he didn't want me to be focused on him as a human being. He wanted me to be focused on the source of where all the answers came from. And both my parents would give me this answer when I would ask them a question. I don't know, and I don't have the answer, son, but I know someone who does. And then they would direct my eyes to the Lord, and it's been incredible. When I say incredible, it doesn't mean it's always good. It means that I have to do the work. It means that I have to spend time with God, and work through the process of the answers. And today's not about giving you the answers because I don't have all the answers. I'm still working through them. I'm working through all those things. But it is to let you know that every one of us has the resource to be able to tap into where the answers come from. And those answers always come from the one who made you. And so I want to encourage you in that place. Proverbs 9, it really simplifies this process. It simplifies it because in Proverbs 9 is one of the shortest proverbs that I've found. And what it does is it sandwiches. It takes wisdom's call and it takes foolishness's call, and they literally call out with the exact same tone to the exact same people. And they both claim their results, but only one is in line, like the results are actually in line with what they claim. And wisdom, literally, it says the exact same thing. Foolishness says the exact same thing. And then in the middle of this proverb, I just think it's amazing as a little sandwich. I love ice cream sandwiches. Carnation is my favorite. So Carnation ice cream sandwiches, you guys got to be a sponsor of the podcast. Maybe you could be a sponsor of the Vibe Room. And the Vibe Room is a live version of the podcast. And we added live music, stand-up comedy, and some of the coolest interviews. I don't tell you who I'm going to be interviewing, but the room is unbelievable. The people are in the room the whole entire time that I'm going to interview, and then you get to meet them throughout the time. You interact. It's incredible. It's coming up March 11th, I believe. It's going to be our 10th straight sellout. It's going to be phenomenal. We got some great people coming in. Actually, last time we had people come in from Colorado. Let's see, did we have Colorado? No, we didn't have Colorado. We had Kansas City. Wayne came in. Thank you, Wayne, for coming in. We had Texas. We had Northern California. We just had some amazing people in the room. I mean, honestly, I get to run in some really, really incredible circles, and I've been really blessed. And the Vibe Room is my way of being able to bring all those circles together. And you never know where someone's from. You never know where they're going, and you never know where you're going to meet up with them again. And so my pops would always say that exact saying. So make a friend out of everyone. And so I would suggest that you do that. And now we're going to get Carnation ice cream sandwiches to be a sponsor of the Vibe Room and of the podcast. Imagine if we just had ice cream sandwiches at the Vibe Room. We had the taco truck there, and it was unbelievable. Like everybody, I just asked some people the other day. I said, "What was the highlight of the Victoria?" I was talking to her, and I asked her what the highlight of the Vibe Room was, and she said it was tacos before. So come for the tacos. I will work out where we have Carnation ice cream sandwiches. I'll make sure that it's there for you. So March 11th in Carlsbad is going to be amazing. So that going back to that sandwich part of it is, a lot of times we want answers. We like, especially in today's time, I was looking on ChatGPT. If I want to answer, I'll say it. This is a place where my wife gets really, really, really frustrated with me, because when we're driving, I take it upon myself to ask her random questions, and I think she should know all the answers, not because she has them all in her head, but because she has her phone with her and I can't be on my phone while I'm driving. So I'll turn and ask her a question, and then she'll just be like, why would you even ask that question? I'm like, you have ChatGPT, you have Google, you could Google it. We could just have a discussion. Back in the day when you were on a road trip, you used to just say things like, you know what I heard? And nobody could prove you wrong. But nowadays with Google and with ChatGPT, people can get the answers right away. And most of the time in our society and just in general, we want the answers like right now. We don't want to go through the process of finding out what the answer is. And this was a challenge for me, because as a kid, even without ChatGPT or Google or even a phone or the internet, anything like that, the only internet that it was on Weird Science, and that was, a lofty goal for all of us to go on the internet and then, have Kelly LeBrock show up to our house. That would have been amazing. That would have been a great internet. We still need that internet today. But when for me, as a kid, I always just wanted the answer. I would go to my pop and I would want the answer. I'd go to my mom, I would want the answer, and they'd say, I don't know, son. But I know someone who does. That's obviously my mom's voice. My pop's voice was, boy, I don't have the answer, but I know someone who does. And then he would direct my eyes to the Lord, just go and read 1 page a day. I was like, man, I want to read that. But what was amazing for me as I look back on it is those things became the foundation. And the foundation of it, and in Proverbs 9, is the shortest proverb, this is the proverb you should read. Like every one of you, if you've never read Proverbs, read Proverbs 9, because it's the shortest one. And it's very to the point. It just says what like wisdom is calling out, right? And it's calling out to everybody. So it's calling, the type of person it's calling out to, and it lists it out. And then it lists off the benefits of what wisdom is. And then there's almost like a station identification, a pattern interrupt. It's almost like an ADD, the way that I saw it. The ADD happened in the middle of the proverb, and it talked about not correcting someone if they were foolish. And then it talked about correct somebody if they're wise, because then they'll take the instruction. So you can imagine, a lot of you have had this happen. We just had this happen in our family. Well, you've had someone who's not ready for the information you give the information to, and they're not trying to do anything with it. You guys have had this happen. Then there's the person who's ready for the information. You just give them a little bit. They bring back the results, and it's just like on fire. Well, what it describes is foolish people, and foolish people are just people who lack wisdom. Foolish is not a bad thing. It's just lacking wisdom. And wisdom is the right use of knowledge, and that just comes from spending time with God. So when you spend time with God, you're going to be wise. When you don't spend time with God, you're going to be foolish in certain areas, right? This is the way it is. But the station identification inside of Proverbs 9 was that it said, for foolish people, even if you correct them, they're not going to listen. And for wise people, they're actually going to take note of it. And I was like, why would they even do that? And then afterwards, it said the beginning of all wisdom is the fear of God. And then the fear of God, as I understand it in that context, is just the respect of God. So it's like the only way that you'll know the difference between that foolish person that's going to resist it and the wise person who's going to accept it and use it is by fearing God, meaning being in touch with God. And then it just breaks out of that, and it goes right into describing foolishness. And it's called, which was exactly the same. If you read the two, it's exactly the same. It's calling out to everybody. It's calling, it's calling loud. It's calling to everybody. And it lists off its features and benefits. But the only difference is the features and benefits actually aren't in line with the results. So the claim and the results aren't the same. In the wisdom part of it, the claim and the results will be the same. But how do you know which one to follow if they're saying the exact same thing? And what it did in Proverbs 9, it just sandwiched in the middle, and it just said, hey, dummy, come here for a second. Wisdom is going to say this. It's going to sound like that. Foolishness is going to say this, going to sound like that. And guess what? They sound exactly the same. But the only way you'll be able to decipher between the two of them is by spending time with God. Fearing God, meaning you have respect for him. That means seeing his actions, his words, his actions, and they're in line. That means you have respect for him. That will bring wisdom, and that wisdom will help you to understand the difference between the call of wisdom and the call of foolishness. Bang, bang, biggity, bang. It's a simple one, and I tell you, if you have not read Proverbs, read 9. Read Proverbs 9. The reason why I say it is because it's the shortest one, so you won't, your ADD won't kick in and you won't get distracted. But also, it's a very simple way of looking at it and saying, like, wisdom unlocks so many things. Wisdom brings joy. Wisdom will bring knowledge. It'll bring understanding. It'll bring insight. It'll bring discretion. It'll bring discernment. It'll bring strength. It'll bring discipline, right? All those things. And what does foolishness bring? It leaves you high and dry. But the crazy thing is they're both going to talk about themselves in the exact same way. But it's up to you to be able to decipher, and the only way you can decipher is if you have the secret decoder ring that I used to want when I was a kid. And that secret decoder ring is just spending time with God, and he'll tell you exactly what it is. See, for me as a kid, I just wanted the answer. But unbeknownst to me, my pops, in saying, "I don't know, son, but I know someone who does," and directing my eyes to the Lord, I was getting all the answers in that statement. But it took work. And that work was the process. And the process was the relationship. And just having a relationship, spending time. So today, if you're looking for answers personally, professionally, spiritually, or financially, I don't have the answer. Most likely your mom doesn't have the answer. Your dad doesn't have the answer, but they know someone who does. And imagine if maybe they have an answer, but the answer that's going to be right for you right now is being able to spend time with the Lord. And those words that were on repeat that my dad said all the time. Boy, I don't know, but I know someone who does. As opposed to giving me the answer, he directed my eyes to seek wisdom, which comes from the only place in the world that wisdom comes from. And that's the fear of God. And to fear him means you respect him. And to respect him means that you listen to his words, see his actions, and see that they're in line. This is tough because even at the ripe old age of 50, I would think that I had some answers, and I don't. I still don't have the answers, but every single time I have a question and I take it to him, guess what happens? He's seldom early, he's never late, and he's always right on time. So for every one of you, if you have questions in any of those areas, personally, professionally, spiritually, financially, take it to him. Check it with the word. And what I would do is today, check it with Proverbs 9 because it's so short. It's a very easy read. It's very, very simple. And you can follow along in the inchstones, the vibe within. Check this out. Honestly, like my wife said, the most profound thing or the thing that works is not going to be the profound thing. It's going to be the simple thing that you do every day. And every day I was going to the beach, and that's what I do. Like I either go to the beach or I sit out in my side yard or wherever, get some time outside with God. And I read the corresponding proverb, corresponding day, and then I just annotate it and I write it out like what I did today for the podcast. And when I did that, my wife was like, why don't you just make a book on that? So I actually did, and it's the corresponding proverb, corresponding day, and then it has 3 questions that you ask yourself. What verse hit your heart? Just one verse. What did it make you think about, and what action can you add to it today? It's that simple, and then put it away. But that's spending a little bit of time with God. And when you spend a little bit of time with God, you'll see his words, you'll see his actions, you'll have respect for him, and that'll give way to wisdom. And then that wisdom will be the ultimate decoder ring where you'll know wisdom's call as opposed to foolishness call. Because I could tell you the claims that wisdom has, it will deliver on, and the foolish claims, and you guys have been through this before. You've seen the infomercials before. Oh, well, it'll change your life. And then you get the product and it doesn't do it. You want to have something that's consistent. And what I found is the most consistent thing in the entire world is him. So if you have a question, put it in the comments. But I can tell you this, I don't have the answer, but I know someone who does. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'd love to be able to see you guys at the Vibe Room. That is March 11th here in Carlsbad. And you can check the link to register for tickets. I tell you, not only bring yourself, but bring a friend. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And also you can check out on the website, kellycardenas.com. The merch is we're continuing to grow. The shirt that I'm wearing today is one of a part of our Vibe line, and that's going to be available very, very soon. So hopefully you have a phenomenal day. I look forward to seeing you guys at the Vibe Room. My name is Kelly Cardenas, and I'm officially off the hot seat. Peace, love, and soul.
Yeah. And this the vibe that raised us, made us, saved us. Love so strong that the hard times praised us. From base life roots to the freeway nights, we turn small grooves into launchpad flights. Yeah, this the vibe that raised us, made us, saved us. Love so strong that the hard times praised us. From base life roots to the freeway nights, we turn small rooms into launchpad flights. We begun surfing waves too low, made our own rules everywhere we go. Held tight to the truth that our parents declared. Anything is possible, the love stayed there. Now Rob's daughter ballin' on the end scene, Olay scene. Will's kids live dreams we never could have seen. This the vibe that raised us, made us, saved us. Love so strong that the hard times praised us. From base life roots to the freeway nights, we turn small rooms into launchpad flights.